What are your experiences with body image and self-confidence? What area do you want to work in after uni? What are things you look for in a relationship? Have you ever had an eating disorder? Every time I'll take the passenger seat. Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. I haven't really done like a chatty video, just talking. I don't know, I feel like all my videos recently have been like with a very focused like topic, or just been talking about something, traveling or something, which has been so great. But I thought I would do a video to kind of answer some questions. There are quite a lot of new people on this channel, which is so exciting. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. So I thought I would basically do some answering of questions. I'm trying to make these questions more interesting and kind of personal and deep, rather than, you know, like what's your favourite colour, because I don't really think that's very interesting. So I have the questions here and I'm basically just going to go through the ones that got the most likes and all of that. So this is basically just going to be like a Q&A, life update, and just talking about whatever you guys wanted to hear. So I hope you enjoyed the video. What's your plan after uni? I have so far no plan. Just finished first year of a 4-year degree. Like, I don't know what I don't really know. I don't know. I will move back from Edinburgh to London permanently. That's like one thing I know pretty much for sure, is that I'm gonna live back here. And then I'll probably apply for jobs in like the city, probably in like business or marketing. I feel like it's so far away and so much could happen between now and then that would like change my mind. Basically, I have no idea. What motivated you to go vegan? So this is my oat milk top. I literally love this top, so cute. If you want to get it, it's from on Instagram, it's care.wears. If you want to check them out, would recommend. Today I actually went to the Animal Rights March. Little fun fact, it was so fun. So I went vegan 3.5 years ago. In December it will be 4 years. So really quite a long time ago. To me, that's quite a long time, to be honest. Like 4 years is a really long time. I have been vegetarian my whole life. That's just how I was raised. What motivated me was, I don't know really. I just would eat meals that were like, you know, really cheesy or had a lot of dairy. Dairy was the main issue for me, and I would just kind of feel guilty and a bit gross afterwards, and I just never felt good about myself. Back then, being vegan meant giving up chocolate and cookies and donuts and all of that stuff, just because they weren't really sold anywhere. Now in 2019, that stuff is a lot more accessible, but back then it wasn't, and I kind of thought, oh, if I go vegan, maybe I will, you know, start eating healthier and just eat better. I also have like a deep love for animals, and I didn't know that much about the cruelty in the dairy and eggs industries back then. I do know a lot about it now. I have no idea. Find some Netflix documentaries about it. It's really interesting. Many horrible practices going on in the animal products industries, and that's just not something I wanted to be a part of. Now I also see the environmental benefits of being vegan, but back then that wasn't really something I knew much about, so it was mainly for my health and for the animals. How did you meet your boyfriend? So me and my boyfriend have been going out for 2.5 years. We met at school. He went to the school we met at from year 6. It's a boys' school up until 6th form, so the last 2 years. And I moved from my all-girls school to his school, which has a mixed 6th form. So we met in year 12 at school. We were in a class together and we were in the same friendship group and stuff. Advice for new uni students. I'm going to keep it brief. Be yourself. Don't change who you are, because going to university is an opportunity to meet new people, and the type of person you attract to you really depends on the way you act and behave and, you know, the sort of things you do. So if you stay true to yourself and do things that make you happy and things that you enjoy, you will meet people that also like those things and enjoy them, and it's just gonna be easier to make friends that way. So I would say just be true to yourself. Don't try to be something that you're not, because it's such a good opportunity to show people who you are. When you're at school, people can have like ideas about you before they've met you and stuff like that, but you have a clean slate. So I would say just go straight in with like being yourself. What got you to start a YouTube channel? I just watched a lot of YouTube and I thought that I could make videos too. I would just watch people's videos and be like, oh, if I made a video showing clothes that I've just bought, then this is how I would do it. Or if, you know, things like that. I would just always have ideas. Yeah, I love Instagram. I put a lot of effort into my Instagram for years, and it's just something that I find fun to do. I don't know, YouTube is kind of a similar platform in a way, so I just thought I don't want to look back and regret not starting one. So do you plan on doing a master's degree? No, just no. Favorite YouTubers? Okay, favourite YouTubers are Avery Ovard, Marla Catherine, Michelle Reed, Best Dressed. I think those are my top ones that, like, when they post a video I'm like so excited to watch. Oh, and Luna Montana. Those are top 5, 100%. I also like Aspen and Parker, the vlog channel. I like people that make like their own kind of video that's like other people don't really make. Oh, I also really like Eve Cornwell. I think what all those YouTubers have in common is that they kind of create content which is quite unique and like you can't really get it from many other YouTubers. So why did you choose University of Edinburgh when it's so far from London? I just honestly, I liked the idea of living far away and like kind of saw it as like a challenge, and like, I don't know, like moving away sounded fun to me. When I got there I quickly realised that you miss home very easily and it's not all fun and games. But I love the city so much, and it's definitely probably my favourite city in the whole world I've ever been to. I mainly chose it for the city because in terms of the actual course, most of the unis I was looking at is pretty similar, so something that was really important to me was living in a big proper city. If you could have gotten into any university, which one would you have gone to? That's so interesting. I genuinely don't think I would have gone anywhere else. Really, realistically. I wouldn't have wanted to go to Oxford or Cambridge. That's just not really what I wanted out of university. Everyone wants something different out of uni, and that's not what I wanted. Then other than that, I just really was focusing mainly on where I was going to be living, and Edinburgh is, to me, the best place for me, so I really wouldn't have changed it. How do you edit your Instagram stories / photos? Okay, this is literally, I get asked this every day, and I can't film the video because I film on my phone, like my phone is right there. I need my phone in my hand in the video to edit the picture and explain, so it's just like, oh, like what do I do? Yeah, I could borrow like my brother's phone, but he doesn't have a good phone, so the quality would be lower and that just puts me off filming the video. Yeah, I don't know. If you have any idea of how I can film that video, please tell me down below. What are things you look for in a relationship and deal breakers? So like in a couple. Yeah, honesty I think is the most important thing. If you are honest about your feelings and everything, then I really don't see how a relationship can go badly. You need to be honest and communicate. That's the best things. And then deal breakers would just be people being dishonest or not communicating their feelings. How did you find secondary school? Secondary school as in, I think of secondary school as like year 7 to year 11. Secondary school was definitely up and down for me. I feel like I had like probably my lowest lows during those years that I've ever experienced, but I also had like plenty of good times. I don't know, I feel like I never really knew who I was, and it was always just this sort of thing of like trying to find who I was, and like, I don't know, just trying to find that was like hard, I guess. Sometimes that got me down, I think, and instead of just kind of going with the flow and like enjoying life for what it was, I was overthinking everything, and I don't know, it wasn't the best time for me. I definitely enjoyed sixth form a lot more, but then I did make some of my best friends ever in secondary school. In fact, pretty much all of my best friends ever I made at secondary school, so it was a mixed bunch, but I think that's what everyone experienced, just like going through puberty and growing up is it's just a difficult time, to be honest. And yeah. What are your experiences with body image and self-confidence? I know like I post a lot of pictures online, and you might think that I'm like very confident and I never feel insecure or like things like that, but I definitely struggle with this all the time, just like everybody. I don't know, it used to be a lot worse and I think I kind of got better, but I'm still working on it. And I don't know, I just think it's hard because on one hand I'm always like, oh, I want to love the body that I have and, you know, not compare myself to other people and just, you know, try and work on eating healthy and being happy, and that's the main thing. But then on the other hand, I'm always kind of got this thing in the back of my head of like the perfect body, and I just want to look like that, and why can't I look like that, and maybe if I change this I would look like that, and maybe if I change that. But I don't know, it's just I feel like I'm relatively, like, I'm only 19, so I think that this is something that most people struggle with. What was it like growing up in London? I feel like this is like something I can't really answer because I live in like Greater London. I don't live like right in the centre. Growing up here was really cool. I think I had a lot of experiences and opportunities growing up that I wouldn't have had if I had lived somewhere else. Honestly, it's just a fun place to live. Actual area where I spent most of my time growing up, like at school and all of that, is not like the nicest area. It's not the safest, but I don't know, I like it and I really like living here. What area do you want to work in after uni? I go back and forth all the time with this. I kind of think I'd like to do something in like marketing or business, but then I also think like, do I really want to work promoting a product or, you know, something to other people, work in like such a material industry when I could do something that would you know, help this planet. I don't know. It's just something that's hard for me to like think about, because I want to do something that's good, and that, you know, I don't want to be like on my deathbed and think like, oh, what did I do with my life? I sold a bunch of people stuff that they didn't even want, you know? So I don't know, I want to do something probably with business, but it's important to me that my work has like a meaning that is bigger than just earning money. Do you think you won't ever use your degree and just continue with YouTube? This is so interesting to me that multiple people commented something like this about like me doing YouTube full time. This is a massive misconception that I would have the ability to do YouTube full time. This is a small channel and I'm grateful for every single one of you, and it's crazy to me how many people are subscribed to this channel, but it is nowhere near big enough to make this a full-time job. Like, it's just not. I would not be able to live off of this channel. I have a job which pays me basically minimum wage, and I work there part-time, so I don't even do many hours, and that earns me more money than YouTube ever has, like per month. Like, I am not in a position to do YouTube full time. It just isn't something that I could even comprehend, because it's just not like that. But I mean, that would obviously be a dream, but that's literally like dreaming like something crazy. It's just, I don't know. It's not something I ever assume will happen. So what would be your advice to year 10s and 11s regarding GCSEs? So this video is going up on Sunday, so GCSE results have already come out. So my advice would be, if you didn't get the grades that you wanted, remember you are so young, like you are 16 or even 15, and you have so much time left to reprove yourself. Like, if you're doing A-levels or BTECs or whatever qualifications, you have the opportunity to get higher grades. It's not the end of the world. This is the first time you've been tested properly, and you can honestly, you have so much opportunity to improve upon your GCSEs, and it's just a learning place. I feel there's no need to like get stressed out. If you are happy with the effort you put in, then I think you should be happy with your grades. And if you didn't, then you have so much time and so many more opportunities to put in more effort. How are you so motivated when it comes to keeping fit? I am not motivated at all. I go swimming, like sometimes I go through phases where I go like every day, and then phases like right now I haven't been for ages because I'm working 9 to 5 at the moment, and I just get so tired, and when I come home I just need to sleep. So I haven't been working out recently at all. Oh my god, I kind of feel bad about it, but my motivation is that I always think I want to feel good. You know, if I eat that, I know I'm not going to feel good. Or if I don't work out tonight, I know I'm not going to feel good. At the end of the day, like, that's what I'm chasing. I just want to feel happy and satisfied. I need to just do it, basically. Maybe it looks online like I'm really motivated, but I'm not. Like, I do not work out very much. Last one I'm going to do is, have you ever had an eating disorder? I thought this was interesting that somebody asked me this. I've never been diagnosed with an eating disorder, and I'm not gonna say that like I have. I just don't think that's right. I think it's almost offensive to say that you've had an eating disorder when it hasn't been diagnosed, because I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like saying, oh, I'm depressed. Like, if you're not actually diagnosed with depression, it's just not something that you should say, because it just lessens the meaning of the word, and it's such a serious thing, and the people who actually struggle with these things need to be able to describe their condition with a word that has meaning, that, you know, reflects just how difficult these mental illnesses are. So I've never had an eating disorder. I definitely have phases in my life where I've had a very negative relationship with food, and I still would say I have a relatively negative relationship with food. It's just something that I'm trying to work on it. It's something that like I have been trying for ages to fix what I eat and make myself eat the right things and the right amount and all of that. Now I'm moving over to try and work on like the way I think about food, and actually like work on what's going on up here rather than what's coming into my body. Yeah, I am trying. It's something that I struggle with, like having a healthy relationship with food. I feel like very much an overthinker and have body image issues a lot of the time. It's something that I'm working on. I have my insecurities, like everybody, but sometimes I let them eat me alive a bit, you know. I can just think of times in my life where I've been so like unhappy with the way I look and what I eat, and I've just felt like rubbish, to be honest, and it's definitely something I'm working on, and it's not like a finished thing, but I've never had an eating disorder, no. So those are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. I have been filming for 24 minutes, so I hope I can edit this down a bit. I love you all literally so much. Like, it's so crazy how much love I have for you guys. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that stuff. If you do it, thank you so much. It just means a lot to me. I don't know, I started YouTube like just over a year ago, and I never expected this channel to gain a following of any kind, and it's just so lovely to see. So thank you so much to all of you, because I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! You know that I don't fuck with